Following winner recent years U.S. medium amateur competition to volume his spline at Augusta, Parziale became jammed in traffic and skipped his previous flying behind to Boston. How got detained? I believe we landing in Boston about 1 o'clock, 1:30 and got household about 2 o'clock. Later I was at job at 7 o'clock. So it was a fast turnover. The yearly U.S. medium amateur competition, outdoor to any golf player elderly 25 and above who can boasting a USGA obstacle of 3.4 or reduce, provides the victor accession to both of How Year's Masters and U.S. Outdoor. Of the 6 amateurs who will competitive at the year's Masters, 5 are juniors ages among 17 and 22. The 6th is 30-year-old Parziale, who planned in his household city of Brockton. Love lot of the some amateurs at Augusta, Parziale had aspirations of manufacturing it as a vocational golf player. He play on the mini tours for 3 years but a absence finance asset intended he had to brush in his vocational license and back to amateurish statute. I didn't include lot successful, Parziale told. I enjoyed it although since I was game at a top standard. I didn't very include lot times wherever I mind I was game how poor. Yet I wasn't manufacturing any cash. So, yes, it was fair a judgment I done, and it was I never regretted he. Parziale is diamond, yet, how his exterior at Augusta the 1 week is not his other opportunity. I don't see at it as a other opportunity, I see at it as I fair never stopped hard to competitive at the highest standard, he says. Or how will never halt. I don't aware which it will conduct to but how's thing how will never changing. It type of keeps me departure, game competition game of golf and hard to get superior each date. Golf cradle it was his dad, Vic, how Parziale got in both of game of golf and extinguishing. As a 5-year-old, Parziale would go in both of his dad and his grandpa to the fairgrounds in Brockton, on a 40-min driving southward of Boston, to hit game of golf bollocks. It was just else 3 or so year up he would go on to act competition game of golf on courses in the region. The at first Masters how Parziale can recall observer was in 1997 as a 9-year-old, while a specific Tigress Woods won his at first verdant coat at Augusta. Creature capable to look him the following 10 year as I was increasing in the play fair got me in the competition regime and he was so fun to look, Parziale recalls. So he's large same's game nice once again and it will be a fun 1 week. It would be large to act in Tigress, but same's in top consumer demand. So if how happens large, if not no big transactions. I play in Rory, McIlroy, present how was a large expertise. He was amazing. We had large conversations on game of golf, on lifetime, same's a large man. Instead of, Parziale will act the Discovery 2 rounds near Canada's ex-defend Mike Dam and the USA's Brendan Steele. Time largest upper-level athletes in print learning would be all too lucky to pacify reporters' questions in how extinguishing helps his game of golf play. The direct talking Parziale doesn't blood sugarcoat his answers. I don't believe it affects game of golf in any path, he explains. I put a lot of job in preparation for tournaments and fair since I fought a flame, doesn't indicate game of golf's any facilitating yet he's various, too much, wherever in a flame thou re down there in 30 some folks occasionally and you trust them, they trust on thou. On the game of golf year thou re by oneself. So he's 2 individual situations. Parziale is lowly on his occupation and partly unwilling to say on his experiences as a fireman. For acknowledging he's a hazardous work, he rapidly extinguishes inquisitive questions on particular hirsute moments, although does append, while fight a flame, he's tilt dark. He's not love the movies. But he is lucky to say on his proudest time on the work, fight a flame near his dad fair up he retired. How was amazing, he recalls in pleasure. He retired in November and we just treated a brief period along so down there's a little box and they don't put household members in the identical team. I was work overtime work in his team one overnight and we got a flame along, so how was large, we had a explosion. I don't believe I can caddy at the Masters in completely various environment. Parziale will once again include his dad near him the 1 week, the period as caddy for the competition at Augusta. In spite possessing caddied for his son for the top portion of 15 year, Vic was yet amazed to be taking into account the nod for the Masters. We were take a douche following I had won the Mid-Am, Parziale recalls. Or the at first item he told was, I don't believe I can caddy at the Masters. I told, which do you indicate? And he told, I can't recite the putts. But he hasn't recite a strike for me in 12 year, so I don't aware why he mind he would begin currently. We include had a large period along. Same's perhaps been making it 15 year for me. So he's a explosion. We don't very say on game of golf out down there, fair some material, and we include a lot of entertainment. Down there will be a specific blood pressure on the couple's shoulders the 1 week, hailing of a city that can boasting considerable Masters story. The deceased, venerated sport author Herbert Warren Breeze was unborn in Brockton and scientific the play at the identical location Parziale did, Rocky Lee Game of Golf Clubhouse. Ending of Yale and reception a wizard's extent in British publication of Cambridge College. Breeze went on to compose for The New Yorker and Sport Pictorial, amongst some print, and was though a talented, quite golf player to competitive at the 1950 UK Amateurish League. And it was Breeze who invented the sentence Amen Angle, that refers to holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta, wherever lot of Masters ambition include loss to each die or be ignited. He got inducted in the Room of Popularity 10 years ago and Rocky Lee has a competition mentioned following him, Parziale says. We receive a lot of honor of him creature a term down there. Far of religious his location at the year's contest is downward to destiny, Parziale credits his mill and loving of the kind of sports for receive him to the grandest phase of all. I did all I could to do it occur, he says. Though while I've been game bad or possessing a course period in the play, I've never not enjoyed hard to get superior, and how's fair type of which keeps me departure. I wouldn't include put all the job in if I didn't believe it was probable, but I've enjoyed making it. I'm fair so in the trial of competitive and I wouldn't include it any some path. If I get off of how, later I'm not making which I delight. So how's wherever I stay and how's why I act game of golf.